I take you there? Back to when we felt like this was forever.
Hey my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, my name is Go White, but you can also call me Willeke, and you're watching episode 17 of the Legacy Challenge. And we're here with Isabella. It's their final day of their honeymoon, so they're just going around looking for some stuff. Cameron is, I think he just got out of the shower, so now he's going to go fishing. And Cameron, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you were looking a little bit weird just now, and you probably shouldn't be walking around in your boxers. We don't want you to attract some other woman than Isabella, because you are definitely good looking. So why don't we just quickly dress you up in your winter wear? Let's see how that looks on you, because I don't think I've seen it before other than the time that I was checking all of their outfits of the Sims that you guys submitted to put them in to make sure that they were not missing any outfits or were like just one top and no bottoms or bottoms and no top. I was just checking it out, but let's see. Okay, that's his outfit. Oh, it's kind of looking good on him. Like, I definitely like the camo colors. So he's just going some fishing while Isabella is looking around, doing some harvesting, doing some collecting, looking for frogs, all of those kind of stuff. Like, it's definitely what she loves to do. Like, she loves spending time in nature. So for her, like, this is definitely the greatest thing to do. And after that, you need some food. So when you're almost finished up with doing all of the looking around, harvesting and stuff, we're also going to see if you can identify some of the fruit after you have a little bit of a higher herbalism skill. And I didn't collect that one. Oops. Let's dig up that one as well. Or I just spawned in, it can be either one of those. But I definitely went out to look at every single spot, but I don't think... Maybe I missed some things. I was looking at every single spot, like, just to make sure that we were able to get everything. And apparently there's some stinking veggie burgers on our grill. Yeah, so you're going to throw that away. And are you going to be the one throwing that away, or is Cameron... Well, Cameron he's just doing some fishing. So why don't you, after she's almost done with like the harvesting, you're going to throw that away and you're going to do some grinning for the both of you guys, so that you can have some final nice cutesy barbecue together on your final honeymoon day before you get back to home. Before you get back to home. And we do have like a nice 15,000 simoleons. So after we get home, which will either be in this episode or the next one, I'm going to be doing a renovation of their house as well. Trying to put all of the money in giving them at least a kitchen, because right now they're still using the fire pits that you can place on the ground to basically get their food. But they need a proper kitchen. Like Isabella, we know she can cook. She also learned some recipes from like trying out in the city and spending some time in the city when she didn't have a place at all to stay. So I kind of want her to have like a nice place where she can cook and just improve on that one, because I think, yeah, her cooking is level 4. So she also has gourmet cooking level 1, so she should definitely have like a place where she can cook. Also, I did have them do a couple of woohoos off camera. I don't think she's pregnant, because we didn't get it from the first try, but we're just going to see. I'm going to have them at least woohoo in this episode 1 or 2 more times, because we do want our girl to get pregnant and have our first little baby. Both of them are adult. They just turned into adults in the last episode when they were on their honeymoon. So they have 23 days for Cameron. I think 22 for... Oh no, also 23 for Isabella. So both of them will be aging up on the same day. So we're just going to make sure that they at least have like a couple of kids before they turn into elders, because those are the ones who will be continuing generation 2 of the Legacy Challenge. You'll guys be the ones voting for which one you'll be wanting to continue the Legacy Challenge. So we definitely do need some bubbleroos to like pick out from. And she's almost done with collecting everything. So Cameron, why don't you stop fishing for now, because both of you are also looking hungry, and start doing some cooking for our girl. Because I think you can do some cooking. Yeah, you have cooking level 2, so she'll probably be able to. And both of you have the herbalism skill, apparently, which is interesting. And what I'm also going to do, because we're going to be building our home, I think we're also going to pay 1,000 simoleons for Cameron to join a career. I have been talking about this in a couple of episodes before, a couple of times as well, but I just think that's something that we should do. We should at least pay 1,000 simoleons after we have the kids. Like, we're not going to pay for the kids to get like into a career, but for our founders, we do pay 1,000 simoleons. Like Isabella's, I don't think she's going to have a career just because she doesn't need to. She can make money with fishing, not with fishing, with gardening, with her paintings. I think with writing, we did start a little bit on that as well, so you could probably make some money with that too. So she doesn't need like any place where she can basically go to work to and make money that way. She probably can just do it without like having to go into work. She can stay at home with the kids. But with Cameron, like we started woodworking with him, and he's getting better. I think he's at level. I'm not sure where to find it. Where's handiness? He's at level 3. He's almost close to level 4, so he's not doing too bad. But he definitely does need like some more practice. But he is mixology level 7. So in my opinion, like we can probably use that to get him into the mixology career. Like it will be starting out as just a culinary career and then make him go into the mixology portion of it. And why don't you make some sausage and peppers, because that sounds delicious. And you're not going to be eating your birthday cake. We are going to take the birthday cake and all of the food that will be placed in this refrigerator home, because I think, let's check. I think there should be a garden salad in there. Yes, there's a garden salad in there. There's also a fruit salad in there. Both made by Isabella, so we should definitely like take those home because it's some extra food that we don't have to grill on our floor grill, front grill, fire pit. But yeah, she's looking around like just trying to finish up the final harvestables, and then once Cameron finishes up cooking, both of them will just have a really nice meal together. Because that's what you do on your honeymoon. Like you spend your time together, you basically it's like the two of you going away, spending all the time together, and they're both of them they love nature. I definitely think that Cameron, like due to being with Isabella, living on a very gardeny lot, that he's starting to like nature as well. She's definitely into nature. He's getting into nature because of her. Like that, it's something that that she's showing him, like the greatness of nature. So for them, like being in this place, like it's definitely what they wanted. But they do spend a lot of time, like just doing nature activities that aren't always together. So we're just going to make sure that they also do spend a little bit of time together, just so that they at least have that real honeymoon feeling. And you also, let's see, you want to get to know Cameron. I do think that you already know Cameron. But yeah, of course. And you want to blog about gardening tips. I think we can do that once we're back at home, that we can buy you a computer if I haven't already bought you a computer. Not 100% sure if I did or if I didn't. And Cameron, what do you want to do? You want to embrace Isabella and you want to flirt with her. Well, those are both things that we can do as well. And this chocolate cake should go into our fridge. So once Isabella gets over here, like she's here already. You're a fast girl. So let's see, once you're over here at like the table, eating with the two of them, why don't we have Karen do a little bit of a cutesy flirt, get that whim out of the way. Oh no, Cameron, you were eating too fast. Like I know you were hungry, but you should have waited at least just a bit for your girl to also get to the food, instead of just eating everything in one go. Like you should have just savored it and waited a little bit for your girl. I also think this is something where we can play a game. Yeah, so we're also, after she finished up eating, we're going to have both of them do a little bit of playing cards with each other. Because if you go camping, like playing cards is probably one of the things that you should do or that you will be doing. So you should definitely play some cards together as well. Oh, they're so cute together. What else does he want to do? He wants to kiss her. Aww. Well, Cameron, we can definitely have you kiss your wife. You also want to embrace her, so why don't we do that one as well? And then Let's see. Give her a little kiss. Ooh, and he does want to woo her. So we probably should do a little bit of a woohoo if he wants to. Kiss. And they did discuss having a baby together in the last episode. She was like, I'm open for the idea of having a kid. Like, if we have a kid, I'll be happy. Because that's definitely something that I want to do. But if it's not there right away, like if we have to wait a couple of years to get a kid, like I'm fine with that. Like I'll not be sad or anything. But at one point I do want to have a kid. So he's going to say I love you. That was what she said like in last episode, but she's going to say right now like I love you, which they say a lot of times together to each other. And then we're just going to have them. I kind of want to leave it to fade, to be honest, but I also kind of want to have them try for a baby. So why don't we just go for that try for a baby and see what happens? Apparently they're not going to do it. He wants to be friendly with her. Well, we don't want you to be friendly. We want you to be trying for a baby. Aw, he loves to watch her. Like, guys, it's such a cute and wholesome scene. Like, she's playing here the violin while he's watching, looking really proud, looking really in love. Like, so cute. Like, he's definitely here looking at her like, yes, that's my wife. She's amazing. She's fantastic. But you need to get down into the bed and do as I say what you should do. So, Isabella, stop playing the violin, like, even though you're amazing at it and even though you probably can make some money from it. And just make that baby that we all want. So they did the do. They tried for a baby. I'm not going to take a pregnancy test because I just want to see if she becomes pregnant. I did do a Wicked Whims fertility test. Because you can do it like if you go into the Wicked Whims menu. Not seeing it here to be honest. Oh no, wrong person. If you go into the Wicked Whims fertility, like you have the fertility treatment which can increase your fertility. You also have the period tracker. And you can take a fertility test, awareness test with the toilet. I did try to take one. And it did say that her fertility awareness test resulted in a 4% chance of becoming pregnant. We do know that's something that I checked as well before going into the game. Aww, he said, are you sure you love me? Yeah, of course we're sure we love you. But just going back quite a bit, because I did play like a little bit off camera. Just to get them from the hermit house to this place. Yeah, here it is. So yesterday it basically said like that the next most fertile day is coming up in 4 days. So it should be 3 days from now, which is basically on Saturday. I think that's her most fertile day. So probably we have to try on Saturday in-game time to get her to become pregnant. But we can still like try again. We can still like have them be romantic with each other and just have fun with each other. And apparently Neil's coming over to our honeymoon and baked us a cake. Well, Neil, thank you for coming over, but we're on our honeymoon and we want to spend the time on our honeymoon together. Like, we were thankful for you making us a white cake, which does look really yummy, especially with the strawberries on top. But we probably do need the alone time. Like, now she's thinking about being friendly with Neil. She doesn't want to, like, say, go away. But she does want to spend her time with Cameron and just be alone with Cameron. So we're going to, let's see. Ooh, we have 24 hours to pay our bills. Well, then I guess we should pay our bills, shouldn't we? Let's see. Pay bills. Which is, I think, another 300 simoleons off of our loan that we still need to pay back, which is, I forgot it was, I think, 35,000 simoleons. So we had 34,700 left, and now it's, I think, 34 1,400, 300, something like that. Should probably go back and watch my videos and see how much we've paid, so that we can keep track of the amount that we paid and the amount that we still have to pay, so we can do some more payments just to make sure that we get everything and that we pay off the loan. So that's not something that I've forgotten about. I do remember that we do need to pay for that one, so I will make sure that we pay for that one. And our notification wall is full, so let's just get rid of all of the notifications. Bye bye. And they're going to sleep right now, so I'll just make sure that we'll see them once they're back home. So even though I said that I would meet you guys once we're back at the home lot, it's actually harvest day and we're still here. We only have 4 more hours to go. But we do get all of the gnomes over here, and that means that once we get home, I don't want the gnomes to disappear. So we're going to extend the vacation by just 1 day. We're just going to have 1 more day in Granite Falls so we can celebrate Harvest Fest over here. Because I think that's better, that at least that they also have Harvest Fest in a place that's definitely a good place for Harvest Fest. Because there's a lot of harvesting that they can do. I'm sorry, bad joke, I know. But Isabella is still asleep. Cameron was already awake. He was just doing some morning fishing. So after she wakes up, she'll be getting her bladder relieved. Then she will also be doing some cooking. She will be doing a grand meal cooking. Let's see, cook a grand meal. And then, let's see, cook grand meal. Which one can we do? We can do a grand breakfast. Because that will also be half of the price that we have to pay. So she'll be cooking a grand breakfast. That's definitely something that she wants to do. I'm not sure if we can actually do the decoration unless we buy a decorating box for this place. And let's see, Cameron, while you're sitting over there trying to stare at that slice of cake that you probably do want to eat, you can try to appease the gnome by maybe giving it some pie. And apparently he doesn't want to eat the slice of cake, so we're just going to wait for Isabella to wake up and actually give them what they want. Ooh, yes, that worked. So we appeased this gnome, which is nice. And then Isabella, once you wake up, we're also going to have you appease the gnome. So there's this gnome over here. We're going to have you appease the gnome by... Let's see, are we going to give it a pie as well, or are we going to give it some coffee? I think we're going to give it some coffee. Let's just see how that works. And I think that if we do good enough with the gnomes, that we'll probably be able to also take the gnomes with us. Yes, we are. So this one will be going into our inventory. There's also one over here that just decided to do a little bit of disappearing. But Isabella's up, Cameron is going to fish in the meantime, and I'm just going to have them do their thing. So Isabella has finished cooking up the Korean breakfast, which does look really good. I can definitely go for that breakfast. And she is feeling a little bit depressed because she's hungry. She's also feeling a bit homesick. But it's just the final day, so grab that serving. Or do we need to do call to grab meal? Call to grab meal, okay. Call to grab meal then instead of grabbing the serving. There you go. And then you can eat this one. Or are you going to grab a different serving? You're going to grab a different serving. So why don't we put this one in the inventory and also put this one in the inventory. And then you're going to eat that one. And Cameron is also going to grab a serving and eat your nice cooked grand dinner. Breakfast. Go, you can definitely sit. So sit over here. Just spend a nice time together. Have a little bit of breakfast together. You don't have to stand. Sit down. It's fine, girl. You can sit down. There you go. You can sit down and sit across your husband and just stare him in their eyes and feed each other some food. Maybe something like that. Even though you're asking for the same food, you can also be thankful to each other, that you have each other, that you have your friends. There are definitely things that you should be thankful for, so why don't you be thankful for that one? He wants to be enticing because he's feeling passionate. But we're just going to say that he's going to be thankful, and I think that got rid of, yeah, that got rid of the thankful spirit. So she finished up that tradition, which is something that she loves. She also will probably finish up the grand meal, I think. And she's enjoying the company, which is nice. So sweet that she's enjoying spending time with Cameron and being with Cameron. And I don't think we, as I said, we probably can't do the decorating because I'm not going to buy a decorating box. I don't think it will be, it makes sense decorating this lot even though it's already decorated. So yeah, probably like that's the only thing that she cannot finish. But what she can finish is appeasing the gnomes, which I told her to do before. So appease that one by giving him coffee, and appease this one by giving him some pie. And maybe that will finish up getting those gnomes out of the way, and hopefully you also finish that grand meal. Let's see. But she's definitely sad, so hopefully this will be happy. Please be happy. Please like her coffee. Did she like the coffee? Oh no, he didn't. No, we didn't. Please, can we plead for forgiveness? Like, we didn't mean to make you mad. Like, why don't you like coffee? Everybody likes coffee. Like, this one liked the pie. Should we have given you the pie instead? Because if we should have given you the pie, like, I'm so sorry. Like, we would have given you the pie. But we didn't know that you didn't like the coffee. And apparently Cameron is back to bed. Oh, he's napping. Oh, the poor man. Well, he was awake really early to go some fishing, so makes sense. But where's the vinyl gnome? Like, go over to this one and plead for forgiveness. Because they will give us some packages, I think, as well. So we probably should leave them out on the lot, I think. And we shouldn't put them in the inventory just now. Let's see. Because if we have all of them happy and once Harvest Day finishes, I think they will give us some packages. Oh, and her pleading didn't go well, did it? She got shocked. Because the gnome is just angry. Like, please, can we get your forgiveness? Why don't we do some Wingle Swips? Why don't we sing with Cameron some Wingle Swips? And is the hermit coming over? Apparently the hermit is. Okay. Hello, hermit. Oh, Cameron is just so tired. You know what? I'm going to bump up their energy just a bit, even though it's cheating. I know. Don't come at me, please. I just don't want them to fall asleep right now. And let's see, hopefully this will help if she sings to him, like, the gnome will be happy with us. Okay, so we got the gnome pleased with us, which is nice, because that's definitely something we wanted. And these two already left, like, packages out for us. So why don't we open the seasonal spring package, the seasonal summer plants, and the fall plants. And let's see what we get from them. So we got some daisies, some apples, some green beans, and I do think that we also got some plants that we already had in our inventory, which is nice. Oh, there is another package over here, so we should probably open this one as well. Let's see what this one gives us. Not sure. Did we actually open one, or did we get one? And let's attempt to identify all of the fruit and see what she got. We do already know that we had an elderberry. We also have a noxious elderberry. And then the final one is apparently no ID. Okay, so I'm just going to have them do some looking around and maybe talking to the hermit. And I'll see you guys when something great happens. So I had our girl do a lot of interactions with the hermit, which basically took almost the all day. But I just wanted to see if they could become good friends, because if they do become good friends, I think you can ask him to learn a certain recipe from the herbalism skill. So I'm kind of thinking like they're close to being good friends. So we're just going to be spending the final interactions on camera and see if it actually works out. But he is feeling bored right now, even though they have a casual conversation. So I'm just going to line up just a few more interactions. Maybe we can do a funny interaction as well. Maybe tell a funny story to him. And hopefully this will push it over the edge and make sure that they are good friends so we can learn the recipe. Because that is one of like the few chances that we can actually learn this recipe. I think we can only learn the specific recipe from him, even though I don't know on top of my head which recipe it is. But I just want to make sure that we can actually reach it. So let's see, maybe try brightening his day. Okay, she has a great reputation because of doing all of the interactions, and they actually become good friends. So let's see if we can actually learn the recipe. See, friendly. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it was. Did you see it, guys? Okay, so let's get back. Like, you don't go to bed, girl. He's not leaving. You don't go to bed. I didn't spend... No, boss. Don't go to bed. He's not leaving. You're not leaving. You're staying here, Humberto. Let's see. Friendly. Let's learn that recipe. Keep clicking past it. We're not going to buy any books. We're just going to learn a recipe from the hermit. So, friendly. More slowly this time because I'm definitely being too excited. Learn herbalism recipe. Thank you. And then we also have... Whoa, we have a lot of packages. I was already opening a lot of packages throughout the day, but apparently we've got a lot more packages from the gnomes, which is so nice. After you learn the recipe, open all of those packages because we're going to build our garden up and make it beautiful. Like, those are so many plants that we probably can use. And she used the fungal infused and fertilizer recipe, which I think is a recipe that allows you to get like use fungals as a fertilizer so you can make a really good fertilizer. But I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's for use for that one. Which would be great because we definitely have our garden, and if we can grow it that way, that would be awesome. And let's see, because now we've got a lot of plants. Let's just do a real quick check. So we already knew that we had some daisies. We now also have some crocus. Basil we already had. Snapdragons we already had. More daisies. This is not daisy, this is a Christmas rose actually. We have a tulip. Noxious elderberry we already know. We have some plantains. We have some unidentified fruit, which we already had. Apples, tomatoes, strawberries, elderberries we already had. Lemons, onions I think we already had. We had a lot of carrots and some green beans. So we do have a lot of new plants I think that we can also plant in our garden, which is great. And she does also have 2 fossils, so why don't you extract both of them? And then you also have a time capsule, so open up that one. And more plants. Like, we're definitely getting all of the plants today. And apparently they decided to get into our kitchen with one more seed package. So open that one, and then you guys are going to do one more try for baby and see if our Google can get pregnant. So I'm going to end the episode here on a high roll. Both of them are asleep after trying for a baby. Let me know in the comments below if you do think that she's pregnant, and if so, if she's going to have a boy or a girl. And if you like this episode, click that like button down below. We probably had a pretty good episode. We had a successful harvest day. They had some nice romantic time together. They were collecting a lot. We probably have a lot of stuff to place in our garden to sell. So we're going to be back into making money in the next episode. Also, if you're excited for seeing a renovation of the home and getting it bigger, better, and nicer, let me know in the comments below as well. And if your site's ready, please do so, as it will help me and my channel grow. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday for another episode of Eco Lifestyle. Bye!
Can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my